The ability to act if nothing bothers you is not about pretending or suppressing emotions. It is about mastering yourself so deeply that external chaos no longer controls your internal peace. You work. Every day, life presents us with moments that test our patience, shake our confidence, and provoke our reactions. But in those moments lies an opportunity to train the mind to respond with wisdom rather than react with weakness. To act as if nothing bothers you is to choose power over panic, discipline over drama, and growth over grievance. Many people live life at the mercy of their emotions. A negative comment ruins their day. A small inconvenience throws them off track. A setback makes them question their entire journey. You work, but the ones who rise to true greatness are those who learn how to remain grounded no matter what life throws at them. These individuals are not emotionless. They are emotionally intelligent. They understand that while you cannot control everything around you, you can always control how you respond. That control is the beginning of mastery. You must develop the inner muscle to pause before reacting. That pause is your power. It is in that stillness that you decide how your story will unfold. When you act as if nothing bothers you, you are not avoiding the problem. You are rising above it. You are saying to the world, I decide what affects me. That is not arrogance. It is awareness. It is the realization that peace is not found in a life without problems, but in a mind that is not disturbed by them. Think about the greatest leaders, the highest achievers, the most respected individuals in any field. What do they all have in common? They carry themselves with a quiet confidence. When others lose their temper, they keep their composure. When others panic, they remain focused. This is not a coincidence. It is a skill, and like any skill, it must be developed through repetition and intention. Begin each morning with clarity. While they watch, remind yourself that nothing outside of you has the power to disturb your peace unless you allow it. You work. Walk through your day with the mindset of a calm warrior, ready for anything, shaken by nothing. Let your calmness become your strength. Your silence become your strategy, and your focus become your weapon. People will try to test you. Life will throw challenges your way. But remember, you are not here to react. You are here to lead, to create, to rise. And you cannot do that if you are emotionally enslaved by every small inconvenience. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you are training your mind to be unstoppable. Every time you act as if nothing bothers you, you are stepping into your highest self. It is not about faking strength. It is about building it, living it, becoming it. And in doing so, they work. You become the kind of person who cannot be broken by circumstance, only strengthened by it. You work. To act as if nothing bothers you is to take control of your emotional domain. In a world where people are quick to react, while they watch you, where every little inconvenience sparks outrage, and where distractions come from every direction, the individual who remains centered and composed stands out as powerful, wise, and unshakable. The essence of this practice is not denial. It is discipline. It is a deliberate decision to not allow small things to pull you away from your greater purpose. When someone criticizes you, when plans fall apart, when outcomes disappoint, you must ask yourself, does this deserve my peace? Most of the time, the answer is no. Yet many give away their peace freely. Surrendering their focus to things that will not matter a week, a month, or a year from now. You work. Greatness requires the maturity to withhold emotional energy from situations that do not serve your future. You work. Acting as if nothing bothers you doesn't mean you're indifferent to life. It means you are in command of yourself. There is strength in restraint. You work as wisdom and patience. There is power in silence. The moment you choose not to engage with negativity, you work. You begin to preserve your energy for things that truly matter. Think of your energy like currency. You must spend it where the return is greatest. Getting upset over small things is a poor investment. Instead, invest in your growth, your mindset, and your long-term goals. Let others be loud, impulsive, and reactive. You be composed. Be thoughtful. Be still in the storm. This ability not only protects your energy, but also elevates your image. People respect those who cannot be easily shaken. They sense the presence of someone who is anchored, grounded, and immune to emotional chaos. This kind of presence influences, attracts, and leads. When you train your mind to act with detachment from petty things, you unlock your highest potential. You begin to see more clearly. You begin to think more sharply. You begin to live more intentionally. Emotions are valuable, but only when they are controlled. Unchecked emotions lead to destruction. Controlled emotions lead to creation. You must create a new identity for yourself. One who leads, not reacts, while they watch you work. One who endures, not escapes. One who rises, not retreats. Every day is a new opportunity to prove to yourself that you are stronger than your impulses. Pause before responding. Observe before engaging. Reflect before reacting. This simple delay will give you the power to respond with purpose instead of pressure. That is how mental giants are built, one decision at a time. So the next time life throws its weight at you, smile inwardly. Stand tall. Say nothing. Show nothing. Let your peace confuse the chaos. Because when you act as if nothing bothers you, you are not suppressing weakness. You are revealing strength. And in that strength lies your freedom. There is a distinct advantage in learning to act as if nothing bothers you. It gives you the psychological edge in a world ruled by reaction. Most people don't realize that the moment they allow themselves to be visibly disturbed, they lose power. Not just over the situation, but over themselves. Every emotional outburst, every visible frustration, every complaint you make tells the world that you are easily swayed, easily shaken, and therefore not yet in control of your inner state. But when you act unbothered, when you maintain your center despite the storm, you silently declare that you are the master of your emotions. It begins with understanding the value of your emotional energy. Every second you spend frustrated, angry, or anxious is energy stolen from your goals, your growth, and your purpose. Life is going to happen. People will let you down, plans will fall apart, and challenges will rise unexpectedly. That is the nature of existence. You cannot control what happens around you, but you can, and must, control what happens within you. To act unbothered is not to deny reality, but to respond to it with a higher level of consciousness. When you operate from a calm and composed state, you gain clarity. Decisions made in calm are almost always more powerful than those made in panic. You begin to see problems not as threats, but as puzzles, opportunities to practice wisdom and growth. The person who acts unbothered is not suppressing feelings. They are mastering them. They acknowledge what's happening, but they don't give it the power to ruin their day or distract their mind. This discipline is what separates those who drift from those who lead. You must become the observer of your own emotions, not the servant to them. Watch how your body reacts when you face criticism, failure, or disrespect. Feel the impulse to react, and then choose not to. This is where true growth lies, in the space between stimulus and response. In that space lies the opportunity to rise above your former self. Every time you practice this, you train your subconscious to default to control, not chaos. People will notice you're calm. Some will be inspired, some will be confused, and some may even try harder to provoke you. But that's when you know you're doing it right, because your presence has power. The person who acts as if nothing bothers them carries an aura of certainty, and that certainty commands attention and respect. Let your actions be driven by vision, not emotion. Let your steps be guided by purpose, not reaction. The path to success demands that you protect your mental state as fiercely as your physical health. Just like the strongest structures are built to withstand storms, your mind must be built to remain unshaken by circumstance. So decide now to be that person who moves through life with composure. Decide to be unbothered not out of arrogance, but out of wisdom. Because when the world sees that nothing can break you, they will realize nothing can stop you. There is a quiet dignity in the ability to remain unaffected, a silent strength in choosing stillness over noise. When you learn to act as if nothing bothers you, you are not merely protecting your emotions. You are preserving your direction, your focus, your mission. Most people spend their lives in reaction mode. Something goes wrong and they spiral. Someone speaks out of turn and they take offense. Life throws a minor inconvenience their way, and suddenly the whole day is ruined. This is not strength. This is surrender. To circumstances, to people, to unpredictability. But you, if you wish to rise above the ordinary, must make it your aim to stay composed regardless of what unfolds around you. Every time you respond with calm, when chaos is expected, you rewire your identity. You are saying to yourself and the world, I am no longer at the mercy of the moment. I am in charge. This kind of inner command doesn't come by chance. It comes through repeated effort. It is forged in the moments you choose to observe instead of erupt, to reflect instead of retaliate. And though the practice may be uncomfortable at first, it leads to a remarkable transformation. Your peace becomes untouchable. You'll find that people may mistake your calm for indifference, but that's not your concern. The goal isn't to be cold. It's to be in control. You must understand very few things in life truly deserve a reaction. Most situations that try to pull you in are simply distractions dressed as emergencies. If you react to every small thing, you will never have the energy for big things. The key is discernment, knowing when to engage, and more importantly, when to remain still. Your emotional discipline is like a shield. It guards you from manipulation, from impulsive decisions, from mental exhaustion. When you carry yourself as someone who isn't easily bothered, you become harder to predict, harder to influence, and harder to defeat. People will learn quickly that you are not the type to be pushed around by circumstances. You become the one who leads the moment, not the one consumed by it. This mindset has profound ripple effects. It influences how others treat you. It affects the opportunities that come your way. Calm energy communicates power, and power draws respect. In high-pressure environments, in leadership roles, in relationships, your ability to remain centered becomes your greatest asset. So practice this daily. When frustration arises, breathe before you speak. When someone offends you, assess before you engage. When plans go sideways, adjust without losing your rhythm. With every choice to remain calm, you become stronger. Not louder, not harder, but more refined, more in control, more invincible. To act as if nothing bothers you is not a show. It is a standard. It's the mark of someone who has decided their mind is too valuable to be tossed around by every wave. Stand firm. Stay calm. Be the one who moves with quiet confidence, and watch how the world begins to move with you. You work. There is immense power in becoming emotionally untouchable, in building the discipline to carry yourself through life as if nothing has the power to shake you. You work. This isn't about being numb or ignoring reality. It's about training your mind to operate above the noise. When you learn to act as if nothing bothers you, you are not pretending. You are practicing one of the highest forms of self-mastery. The truth is, life will test you constantly. There will be delays, disappointments, betrayals, and unexpected turns. Most people crumble at the first sign of difficulty. They allow external events to dictate their internal peace. But the strong, the focused, the disciplined, the determined, they operate differently. They've conditioned themselves to remain steady no matter the storm. They've taught themselves not to flinch, not to fold, and not to give away their peace so easily. You must become that kind of individual. You work, the one who can sit in a room full of noise and remain unaffected. The one who hears criticism and does not get defensive. The one who faces obstacles without panic. Why? Because your mission is greater than your mood. Your vision is too important to be hijacked by temporary emotions. This mindset starts with a choice, a daily decision to not take things personally, a conscious effort to view problems objectively, a refusal to give energy to anything that does not move you forward. You must become a guardian of your attention, because where your focus goes, your life flows. And when you constantly allow frustration, gossip, or negativity to pull you in, you are surrendering the most valuable currency you have, your attention. You work. Learn to become calm, not because life is easy, but because you are focused on something higher. Every time you feel yourself slipping into reaction, pause. You work. Every time you feel insulted, rise above. Every time life throws resistance your way, meet it with grace. You work. This is how you begin to separate yourself from the crowd. Most people live on impulse. You will live on intention. Understand this. Your response is your responsibility. No one can make you feel a certain way unless you give them that power. And the more often you choose to remain unshaken, the more unshackable you become. It is a process, a practice, a path to internal dominance. Not dominance over others, but over the one thing that matters most, yourself. Eventually, it becomes who you are. People begin to notice. They feel your energy before you speak. They know you cannot be manipulated, you cannot be distracted, and you cannot be provoked. That presence is rare. And in a world where everyone reacts, the one who stays calm becomes a magnet for respect, influence, and success. So from this moment on, choose control. You work. Choose clarity. Choose to walk through fire without blinking. Because when you learn to act as if nothing bothers you, you work. You become the kind of person who is ready for anything and unstoppable in everything. When you make the decision to act as if nothing bothers you while they work, you are stepping into a level of personal discipline that most people never reach. This isn't about pretending that life is perfect or that you're above emotion. It's about developing the emotional resilience to remain steady no matter what challenges come your way. You are not ignoring the weight of reality. You are choosing to carry it with composure. Every situation in life gives you two options, Oaks: to react emotionally or to respond intelligently. Most people default to reaction. They snap, complain, shut down, or spiral into negativity. But you must become the kind of person who pauses, who evaluates, reflects, and then responds with intent. This pause is not weakness, it is wisdom. And it is this wisdom that separates the emotionally powerful from the emotionally fragile. You must begin to look at problems differently. Instead of seeing them as threats, see them as opportunities to practice mental control. The next time someone insults you, stay still. When plans fall apart, breathe. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that your peace is not something to be given away freely. It must be protected like a fortress. And the only one who can protect it is you. Let people have their opinions. Let situations unfold the way they do. Let life be unpredictable. While they watch you work, your job is not to control the outside world. It's to control how you respond to it. You work, and this power is available to you the moment you commit to mastering your reactions. The stronger your internal world becomes, the less power the external world has over you. Eventually, you will start to realize that peace is a decision. You can choose to not let things get to you. You can choose to not internalize what others say. You can choose to move forward regardless of how others behave. This is not coldness, it is clarity. It's the understanding that nothing good ever comes from losing your temper, wasting your energy, or abandoning your focus. You work. Think about how much time is wasted on things that do not matter. Arguments that change nothing. Offenses taken over words that will be forgotten. Worry over situations that never come to pass. You must rise above this. Time is too short and your purpose too great to be held hostage by trivial matters. Acting as if nothing bothers you is a skill you sharpen through practice. It's not always easy, but it is always worth it. Each time you hold your ground instead of reacting, you build inner strength. Each time you stay focused while others are distracted, you gain ground. You work, and each time you move with calm in the face of adversity, you send a message to yourself and the world that you are not here to be shaken, but to shape your destiny. Live with that energy, move with that confidence, and let your unshakable calm become your signature power. The ability to act as if nothing bothers you is not just a mindset. It is a lifestyle, a declaration of self-respect, and a strategic advantage in a chaotic world. When you walk through life unaffected by petty criticism, unpredictable events, or temporary setbacks, you are no longer a prisoner to emotion. You are the master of your reality. This is not about building walls or shutting down emotionally. It is about elevating your standard of response to align with the person you are becoming, not the impulses that try to pull you backward. You will encounter people who misunderstand you, judge you, test your patience, or try to shake your foundation. Some will do it consciously, others unconsciously. Your strength will be revealed not by how you react to them, but by how little you allow their actions to influence your state of mind. The more reactive you are, the more control you give away. The more composed you remain, the more power you reclaim. And in that power, you find peace. You must begin to understand that peace is a weapon, not a weakness. In a world where everyone is chasing attention, defending egos, and reacting emotionally, the one who stays calm is the one who commands the room. When you refuse to be pulled into drama, you rise above the noise. When you respond with silence instead of outrage, you project confidence. That quiet confidence is louder than any argument you could ever make. Living as if nothing bothers you doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care too much about your mission to be sidetracked by nonsense. You value your time, your energy, and your purpose. You understand that anger, frustration, and anxiety are expensive emotions, and you can't afford to spend them on people or situations that don't matter. Instead, you invest in discipline. You invest in clarity. You invest in growth. This isn't about pretending you're perfect. You will have days when emotions try to take over. You will be tempted to lash out, to complain, to retaliate. But in those moments, you must remind yourself who you are and what you are building. You are not just reacting. You are creating. You are sculpting your future with every decision you make and every time you choose peace over panic. You're strengthening the foundation of the life you want to live. And here's the truth people will notice. They will wonder how you stay so calm under pressure, how you move so steadily through chaos. They may even try to rattle you just to see if they can. But the more you remain unshaken, the more they'll come to realize your power is not in how loud you are, but in how little the noise controls you. So carry yourself with grace, walk with purpose, and when the world tries to shake you, smile and keep moving. Because when you act as if nothing bothers you, you are not escaping the battle. You are winning it before it even begins.